Okay, guys, I hope that you did great working in this activity. I think you did because you are excellent drawers. Okay, so now let's continue on page 119 and let's observe exercise number 3 that says answer the following questions based on the concepts you have studied so far. Okay. So over here, remember that so far from week 4 and from week 5, we're talking about human rights. In this case, in week 5, we're talking about human rights and about children's. Okay. So number 1 on the first part, it says, to what category of human rights do children's rights belong? Children's rights belong to one category. Okay. According to what we just learned. Which entities are responsible for the protection of these rights? What is it important to you that these rights be respected? Give 3 examples of rights that you have. You have several rights, guys, according to the videos, according to the information that you read. Okay, you right there, it's optional. You give your 3 examples of the rights that you have as a child. Then you have to explain the new perspective on childhood that the Convention on the Rights of the Child establishes. Okay, they establish new things according to the key language that we read, because the childhood and centuries ago had a different meaning than right now that they have or that you have, according to the CRC. Okay, the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Okay. So for this activity, I will give you 5 minutes to answer it. Okay, go back and check the previous information. Okay, check the key, and the key has more information about this, about the childhood. And if you want, go back and check the videos. 5 minutes to answer. When we come back, we will check together our answers. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, now that you're finished, let's answer it together. I will show you what are my answers, okay, according to my information. I hope that we have the same thing, okay? So let's check this out. Maybe if you don't have the same thing or something similar, then don't worry. It doesn't have to say the same thing what I have, okay? If you have something similar, then perfect. If not, don't worry, okay? We're going to do it and work it out together, okay? So number 1 says, to what category of human rights do children's rights belong? To which category do it belong? Well, it belongs to the economic, social, and cultural. So be economic, social, and cultural. Remember that there are several categories. We saw them in week 4 from White Citizen. Remember, that was always the indigenous right, the environmental right. Okay, there are several categories about the rights. In this case, the child's right gets into the social and cultural right. Okay, so now let's see the other part. The other part says which entities are responsible for the protection of these rights. Which entities? Which ones? Do you remember which ones are they? Great. In this case, it's the state, the family, and the children themselves. Okay, so let's continue on. The other part will be, in this case, the state, comma, the family, and the children themselves. Okay, this is from the ones that are responsible for the protection. These ones, you saw them on page 117. It was your first exercise. Okay, let's continue with the other one. Why is it important to you that these rights be respected? Why do you think it's important to you that these rights has to be respected? Here it could be whatever answer you have. Is it important because, in my case, it will be because we all deserved respect. Okay, give 3 examples of rights that you have. Well, the right to play, the right to learn, and the right to play, to learn, and the right to grow. Okay, those are your rights. Some of your rights, okay? You have more. Your perspective on the childhood that the Convention on the Rights of the Children established is that it creates rules and laws. They created rules and laws to ensure protection. Also that it's another option. Also that it recognizes that children aren't the property of their parents. Also recognizes that the children are the property of their parents. Okay, so now let's stop a little bit. Maybe this is too much, and let's start the mindfulness activity. Okay, So I hope so far you have this answered. Okay, if you have answers similar like mine, it's okay. If not, then you can help yourself with the things that I wrote. Okay, so now let's do the mindfulness activity. So I need you to please put everything to a side and get ready. Positions, inhale, exhale position. Okay, to do the mindfulness activity. Okay, guys, I hope that you relax yourself a little bit with the mindfulness activity. Okay, so now we're going to continue working, and we're going to do a notebook activity. Okay, like you observe there in a notebook activity, it says look at these statements and draw what represents to you each statement. Only do 6 statements. That means you do 6 drawings. So the 6 statements, you select them. Right here they show you 11 statements. Okay, 11. You select only 6. So you choose which ones you want to select. Select only 6. Right here says 6. Okay, that means that you're going to do 6 drawings. You need to use colors, and below the drawing write down the statement. For example, this is my drawing. Okay, and I'm going to choose one statement. The statement that I'm going to choose is number 6, to have at home, to live or to have a home. So I'm going to have a home. So this is my drawing. Okay, imagine this is my drawing of children having a home. So this is my drawing, and below indication says below the drawing write the statement. So below the drawing I will write down, look what I will write. I will write to have a home. This is a mistake, at home, no, to have a home. Okay, so like this one right here, you're going to create 6 statements. You're going to choose 6 statements and 6 drawings you're going to do. So for example, this is 1. I need 5 more. Okay, I hope you understand that part clear. You need to use colors, and below the drawing put the statement like I did. Okay, yes, there are 11 statements. You choose only 6. I repeat, you choose only 6 statements. Which ones? The one that you want. Okay, the ones that you can do and drawing from it. Okay, number 1 says to live. There's a mistake here. Is to live. To have a name and a nationality. Okay, you have the right to live, to have a name and a nationality. That's one right. So you have to do 1 drawing from all of that, not 3 from 1. No, 1 drawing with all of that. Okay, if you want to choose that one. So you have the right to have a life, a name, and a nationality. The other statement says to be with your parents. You have the right to be with your parents. Okay, and you have the right to be with them together in one house, living and with your home with them. Okay, the third statement says all children are equal, no matter their race, color, religion. So you can do a drawing about that. You're unique. Okay, you have the right to be equal in here in China, wherever you go, because you don't have to be discriminated by your race, by your color, by your age, religion, etc. Okay, you have the right to have that. Now let's continue. The fourth statement says lot children and families know about children's rights. That means that all the children and families, they know the children's rights. Some they have them memorized in their brains, but some don't. Okay, we always have to remember that you children have the right to play, the right to have a school, the right to not be discriminated, etc. Okay, number 5 says to a special care and education if you have a disability. All children have the right for an education, even though if you have a disability, okay, or another condition in your brain, you have to have an education. Okay, and guys, if you have this classmate that has a disability that has to use wheelchairs, well, Remember, we have to be inclusive. Now we are inclusive generations, okay? We have to accept those type of people because they deserve the same ways, the same things that you deserve and you have, okay? They deserve to have an education. They deserve to have a special care, okay? And they deserve to be treated equal. Not because, oh, he's on his wheelchair, he's special and the teacher likes him. No. We all deserve the same rights and deserve the same treatment, okay? There's not the favorite of the teachers or there's not the favorite of the adults. No. We all deserve the same thing, the same way, the same treatment, okay? Even though you see people with disability, they have to have an education, okay? Because they're humans and they have to learn. They have to learn how to teach, they have to learn how to read, how to eat, how to apologize, how to say something, how to express themselves, because they're humans, okay? And they have brains and they have thoughts and they have ideas and they have so many things that they want to do in our world just like you, okay? The other one says, the other statement, number 6, says, to have a home at home. This is a mistake right here. Is to have a home, okay? All children deserve a home, okay? A roof where they can live, a roof where they can eat. They deserve to be treated correctly in a house where they can receive food, clothes, okay? And several things. I feel bad for those people or those children that have to live under a bridge, under a tree, or on the floor because they don't have a home or because they cannot be adopted because of many circumstances. But guys, if you have a home and a roof, use that because many people or many children would like to be in your place, okay? And take care of your things always and take care of what your mom and dad gives you because they make a lot of effort on trying to make the best for you can have a decent home and decent materials, different equipment in your house like TV, like a small pool or like having a video game in your house. They all do the best things for you can have a good home, a good equipment in your house, okay? Number 7 says to learn and to go to school. All children have the right to learn and to go to school, okay? We have free education, government education. We have public schools and private schools, okay? Some children can't even afford public schools because due to their circumstances. But you guys, I always say and I will always say, use this valuable time that you have in this private school that is an awesome school because it gives you all the excellent materials, all the excellent resources for you can acquire an excellent knowledge and excellent education based on a technology that everyone should have in their education, even though it's a private school, but everyone should use technology devices. But well guys, unfortunately we're in different situations, and well, my suggestion is for you is that you have to use the valuable time that you are in Ibero because it gives you the great tools for you can study and acquire excellent knowledge, okay? Use your parent effort, okay? Because you have the right to go to school and to learn in a great school wherever your parents choose, okay? Statement number 7 says to express your opinions. Yes, you have the right to express your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, okay? Like all adults have. Because you're thinkers, you're critical thinkers, and you have great ideas because you're learning every day and learning new things that even us adults forget or don't know because you have the facility of discover things more easily, of knowing things or looking for things in an easy way that maybe we adults don't know because your way of learning is different from ours, okay? So yes, you have the opinion to express yourself. You have to express yourself, but remember, with respect, okay? Before you say something to your classmate, to your teacher, think what you're going to say, your opinion, but say it with respect, okay? Not offending someone else or not trying to say it in a double mind, like trying to say another message but trying to be aggressive or saying bad things, okay? Remember to always be respectful to your elders, to your others, to your classmates, to your teachers, whoever you're around, be respectful and say your opinion, yes, but in a respectful way, okay? The other one says you have the right, it says, to be among the first to get help in dangerous situations. You have the right, okay, to be protected if you're in a dangerous situation. Well, you have to ask for help, okay, because you deserve to have help wherever you go. Remember to talk to those that you know, okay, to be careful with the ones you talk, because there's some adults that try to do bad things to you. So if you're in situations like that, try to look for those that can help you, okay, and try to be with someone that will always take care of you in a good way, okay? Number 10 says to be protected from work that it is dangerous. You have to be protected from dangerous things, okay? For example, if you're under 18 and there's age like in 16, around 16, 17, that there's some kids that work, okay? And for example, the ones that work in a supermarket packing up the things in a bag, okay? Those people that work at that age, you have to be aware of the situation that happens in your work, okay? Remember that you have to be protected. Sometimes work abuses and many things trying to put you several responsibilities or duties that doesn't apply according to your contract. But well, you have to always ask and say, what do I have to do, what do I don't have to do, okay? Try to avoid being in dangerous situations. Number 11 says to be protected from dangerous drugs. Yes, guys, will be maybe in a moment where you'll be presented in dangerous drugs and you have to decide whether to use it or not. But guys, you have to avoid drugs. Drugs is the most bad things ever in life, and that can ruin your life in a moment, okay? You have to be protected from drugs, because there's some children, unfortunately, here in Mexico that in small age, under 18, they have to sell drugs, or they have to be in this bad situation because they need money and they don't have the right resources because their economic status is low. So we have to always be apart from the drugs, and we don't have to try to make this decision, even though we're in the last moment or the last thing that we have to say, well, I need the job, yes, but try to work for a decent job, try to look for other ideas, okay? You always have to be protected from drugs. So if the government sees or some people sees that other people are abusing from you because you need to sell drugs, there's going to be a way where they will protect you from these dangerous drugs, okay? So now, for this activity, I will give you 15 minutes. Remember that you have to look at these statements, okay? You have to draw what represents to you each statement, okay? That means that you're only going to select 6 statements. Only choose 6 statements and make a small drawing from that statement, okay? That means 6 statements, 6 drawings, okay? You have to use colors, be creative, okay? And under the drawing, you're going to put the name or the statement that you selected, okay? Remember to be creative. You can make small representations that will come with this idea about this statement, okay? So I will give you 50 minutes starting now.